Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I really just woke up. But I had to go to a meeting after this, but I thought today I'm going to be doing my first impressions on the new Colourpop No Filter Foundation Stix. They sent me 3 of them Tuesday night, and they launched today, which is Thursday, which I was like, okay, great, they're already launching. I wanted to get this up before they launch, but I literally only had like a day to do that, and I didn't have time, so I'm doing it today. I honestly was like very shocked in anything about it. Like I didn't even, when I got the package, I don't even think Trend Mood had posted it yet or anything. I'm just be trying this out today. I'm gonna be doing a first impressions and a wear test because I have some stuff to do today. I have a meeting to go to after this, like literally in an hour, and I also might go back to Disneyland again today too. So I thought, what more perfect day to try on a new foundation than today? So on the back of this, it says, meet our newest baby of the No Filter fam. The weightless formula delivers a buildable coverage and blends effortlessly for a natural skin-like finish, formulated with soft focus blurring pigments to quickly cover blemishes and even skin tone. The technology allows for an easy application, on-the-go touch-ups without ever looking cakey. I probably would not touch up my foundation like that. I don't know, whatever. There are 30 shades and they are $10 each. They sent me 3 shades. I posted like swatches on my Instagram story. They sent light 40, light 67, and light 70 warm. Light 40 and light 67 are both neutral. When I had swatched it, light 67 was, it looked like it matched me the best. In their normal foundation, I am like 60. I don't really care for that foundation that much. There is 0.34 ounces in this stick foundation. Stick foundations usually have less product in them, so I'm not surprised. You guys know I'm very, very, very picky when it comes to foundation, so we will see how this works out. Stick foundations are usually a hit or miss for me. It's either I really like them or I really don't like them. 2 favorite ones are the Makeup Forever HD stick and the Hourglass foundation stick. And those are pretty much like the only 2 stick foundations I actually like. Their normal foundation, I was kind of like iffy with it for like the longest time, and I think I just kind of decided that I just don't like it. I find a new problem with it like every single time I wear it, so I just never really wore it again. I did try after my initial video. I think I wore it for like a week after that, but it just doesn't work out for me. It always breaks up around my mouth and stuff, so I hope that this one's good, especially because I have a meeting to go to right after this, so I don't want to look crazy. I'm actually gonna do my eyes first really quick. I'm just gonna do like a really quick eye just because I don't want to ruin the foundation with fallout or anything, so I'm gonna do that really quick and I'll be right back. I just did like a really quick eye look. I use the Melt Gemini palette. Go ahead and prime my skin. I'm just going to use my Aborian Extra Matte Primer. This doesn't say if it's like a matte or like a dewy foundation or anything. It just says it's supposed to give you like a skin-like finish. Like nothing about this foundation. It's like the weirdest thing. It's like they're like, here's a stick foundation. It launches in a day. It just says a natural skin-like finish, so I guess a natural finish. Let me do little swatches of this really quick. So this is light 40 neutral. It's very, to me it looks really pink. Light 67 neutral, which is the one I'm going to use, is a little bit more on the warmer, it's still neutral, but it kind of leans more towards like peach, which is, I have like peachy undertones, so that's why I think that one's gonna work. And then light 70 warm is definitely very yellow, so I don't know if you can see those 3, but this one is definitely very yellow in comparison to these. So do one side with a sponge and one side with a brush, I think, just because I never really know what I'm going to be dealing with stick foundations. So I'm going to try a brush on this side and then a damp sponge on this side. So I primed, right? Yeah, I primed. Oh, this looks really peachy and kind of dark. But it glided on really nicely. So this is just the It Cosmetics the little heart brush for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Definitely is medium coverage, which I don't mind. You guys know I like more of a medium coverage foundation anyway, so. Definitely is, it looks like my skin. I don't know how I feel with the brush. So I'm gonna see on this side with a sponge, because I feel very weird about it right now. Like, I don't really know how I feel about it. Okay, I think I like it with a sponge more. It looks a little bit drier if I use a brush, so definitely like it more with the sponge side. So I'm just gonna add a little bit more on this. I feel like the brush kind of took away some product. I would say this is definitely medium coverage. It's pretty buildable. I added some more where I have a little bit more freckles on this side, and it covered a little bit. I can still kind of see them, which I don't mind. It really just looks like my skin. It's not like clinging to any drier areas or anything, so that's a good sign. I'm gonna go in with their concealer to see how it works with that. I use their concealer all the time anyway, so I'm a huge fan of the concealer. So I'm in the shade Light 18. I put way too much concealer than I wanted to. Concealer seems to blend in with the foundation nicely. It doesn't seem to be getting weird or anything, which is good. I would assume that they would work well together considering they're both part of the No Filter line. It does look a little weird on my nose, so I'm just adding a little bit of concealer on top. I don't know what it is. There's something about the way it's sitting on my nose. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't look bad, but it just looks a little weird. My nose is always super dry though, so now that I've done my concealer and stuff, I'm gonna finish up the rest of my face because I need to go. I need to leave in 20 minutes, so I'll come back after I finish up the rest of my face and I'll kind of give you guys a little thought. It's 8:50 right now. I need to leave at 9:15, so I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I finished up the rest of my makeup. By the way, I'm wearing Deep Thoughts from Smashbox on my lips. Foundation looks fine. It doesn't look bad. It actually looks really nice on my face. Around my nose, definitely see that it kind of cling to my dry pat, little flaky, sounds gross, but little flaky parts on my nose because my nose is really dry. And I can kind of see that, but it's not too bad. And I feel like once, I've only had this on for 15 minutes since I finished the application, so I feel like maybe once it warms up to my skin, it's kind of still in that part where you're your foundation isn't just freshly applied, but it hasn't really warmed up to your skin yet. That's where I'm at. So I'm hoping that once it kind of warms up to my skin, it'll be fine. But it looks good. It feels good. I didn't set my entire face. I just set the areas where I normally set, so under my eyes, my nose, and my chin, and my laugh lines and stuff. It doesn't seem to be settling in my laugh lines yet. We will see. I really need to go. So right now it is 9:08. So far so good. Doesn't look too bad. Not anything worth noting that looks weird on my skin or anything. So yeah, so right now looks fine. I will come back in a little while to give you guys a little update. Okay guys, so check in. It is 1:24, so it's been on for what, 4.5 hours? 4 hours and 45 minutes, somewhere around there. So let's do a little checkup. Honestly, it looks really nice. Feels like I'm not really wearing foundation or anything. I was out and about in the heat and stuff. It was kind of hot earlier. The true test is going to be after this. I'm going to Disneyland right now, and in Anaheim it is 86 degrees, so that's going to be fun. It was super hot. I went to Disneyland yesterday too. It was super hot yesterday, so but other than that, I actually really like it so far. I think it looks really nice. It is kind of settling in my laugh lines a little bit, but it's not anything that is crazy. I'm used to that, to be honest. It's not weird around anywhere else. My nose, after a little while, I know it said it looked pretty dry earlier, but after kind of warming up to my skin, it looks fine. It's not getting oily or shiny or anything. It didn't oxidize. I will say that the undertone in this is a little peachier than I normally would go. I do have more peach undertones in my, and like most of the foundations that match me have that peach undertone in them, but this one is like a little tad bit more peachy than I would like. I can kind of see it, not really so much inside, but when I was outside and I was looking in like my car mirror and stuff, I could kind of see where it was at on my neck that I like brought it down. So but other than that, I really like it so far. So like I said, this has been on for like about 4.5 hours. I'm going to Disneyland right now. I haven't used setting spray or anything. I haven't touched up box or anything. It's not really marketed as like super long wearing or anything. So if it's not, I'm not gonna like really be too mad at it, since it isn't really marketed as like a long wearing, like the, for instance, the NYX one. This one I think was marketed as like 24-hour or something, you know, like those kind of foundations that are like 24-hour wear and stuff like that. This one doesn't really say anything about that. This does say you can do like on-the-go touch-ups. I'm scared to do that. I don't really want to mess up my makeup. It looks fine right now, so I will check back in with you guys when I get back from Disneyland. Hopefully my makeup doesn't look like a wreck. Do a little checkup then, and yeah. By the way, I thought I would kind of do like a close-up of my skin. I don't know if you guys can really even see. It looks fine. I think you guys can probably kind of see the laugh lines, but other than that, I think it looks pretty good. Hey guys, it is the end of the day. Right now it is 8:10, so I've had this on for almost 12 hours, which I think is long enough. I'm honestly really tired. I just got back from Disneyland. I was there longer than I thought I was going to be, but it was super hot earlier. It was like, I want to say it was probably like 88 or like 90 degrees. So I'm honestly really surprised how well this foundation held up. It is kind of building up around my nose. My smile lines honestly aren't that bad, and it looks pretty good everywhere else. I kept asking Ryan throughout the day, like, oh, how does my foundation look? Does it still look good? And I still think it looks really good. I'm actually very impressed. I did not actually think it was gonna hold up through the heat and like walking around at Disneyland and like sweating and stuff, because I honestly was sweating. It was really hot, and like standing in the sun and stuff. And it came off around like my mouth area, but I was eating and like drinking and stuff, so like I'm not really too worried about that. It looks really good. It's not like overly oily or any like shiny or anything. Like this is pretty like normal how my like makeup will normally look. Actually, normally I will end up being a little bit shinier than this too, so I think it held up with like oil and stuff pretty well. Even I went on like the Toy Story ride, and like you have to like wear the like 3D glasses. I thought for sure like that would pick up the foundation, and it didn't. So I am very, very impressed. Way more impressed than I was with their other foundation. Their other foundation just was like not it for me. I didn't really care for it. Like I said, I was wearing the shade Light 67 Neutral, and it was a pretty good match. Maybe like the undertone was a little off, but not anything that's like super noticeable. My hair is a mess. All my overall thoughts on everything, I actually really like it, and I am going to continue to use it. I don't think I really mentioned earlier, but my skin type is kind of normal to dry, but sometimes I get a little shiny and like oily. Not really though. Like I would say my skin is more normal now. $10, I think it's definitely worth picking up. If you were like super oily, I'm not too sure like how this might last on you. I don't really know because I don't have oily skin. I think my skin looks really good, and it looked really good throughout the day too. Like even when I was out and about and like sweating and stuff, I thought it looked fine. $10 is not that bad. I think it's cheaper than their other foundation. I think, right? I don't remember how much this one was. I think it was 12. If I'm not mistaken, so it's cheaper than that one, and I definitely think this one is better than that foundation. At this time now, this foundation has launched, so I definitely say pick it up to try it out if you're curious about it or anything. I typically don't really care for stick foundations, and I actually really like this one. I'm gonna go edit this video now so I can have this up by like tomorrow. I also feel like if you picked up the right shades and like different colors and stuff, you could probably use these to like contour and like highlight with them too. I do like the way that the coverage was on this foundation as well. It wasn't like super full coverage, but it also wasn't like super sheer medium. I thought it was like a good in between. Oh, by the way, in other foundations, let me kind of give you like a little comparison. I'll also leave this in the description box. In Fenty, I am 190. In Milani, I am a mixture of like 2A and like 2, but mostly like I would say 2A. The original Colourpop foundation, I was light 60. In Lancome, I am 250 Bisque Warm. Pretty much like the only foundations I wear, so those are like the comparisons I can give you. Like I said, I will leave that down below for you guys. In the concealer, I am light 18 as well. So if you guys have any questions about anything, just leave me a comment down below. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.